Hey guys, so we recently worked with an applicant and I'm really proud of their admits. And I think that giving you this video will actually motivate you to do more. It'll show you that things are possible, getting into universities like UIUC, Purdue, and CMU with a scholarship, that too is possible for profiles which are from just around the corner or all around the world, not even from top notch universities in their bachelor's, but at the same time, they get into some of the topmost universities. So it's very well possible with hard work, with the right kind of applications, and that's what I'm trying to show you in this video. So hopefully this gives you some motivation. So we're going to start with their basic profile. I'm going to start by telling you their GPA, which was exceptionally good. Of course, 9.42 out of 10. It's not an easy one. It shows that throughout their bachelor's, 4 years, they've put in the hard work, and that's how they got here. That's how they got this one number. So it's consistency in performance, and that's something that this small number can tell you, and which is really great. No backlogs, of course, no work experience also, which is a major contributing factor. At the same time, people think that work experience is necessary, so this kind of proves to you that no, work experience is definitely not a necessity when you're going for an MS degree overseas. Okay, then there's one research paper apart from that. All right, and their goal is to do civil engineering from UIUC in fall 2021. All right, the fall 2021 decisions are coming out slowly now. Most of them are out already. Before I go on to their decisions, I'll show you their scores, which is a pretty great GRE score. That's 163 on the quant and 152 on the verbal. All right, so it's a pretty good score, but at the same time, it's not one of the top most scores you'll see. And AWA is 3. For all of you who are concerned about your AWA scores being near 3, 3.5, well, you can see that it's possible to secure great admits at the same time, right? Now we'll go on to the decisions tab over here, and these are the decisions that they got. Purdue University, and this recently came out on the March 5th, right? Then there's UIUC Civil Engineering again, that came out on the March 5th again, and CMU, that's Civil Engineering and Environmental Sciences it was, and it came out on Feb 11 2021 with a $20,000 scholarship for 2 years. That's $10,000 per year. So that's an amazing output. You can see that they've put in the hard work and they have actually gotten into some of the greatest universities. And I think this is so motivating to see an output like this, see an outcome like this. When we worked with their profile, it was actually, when we see someone's profile that is this good, it just forces us to do a lot more. It just makes it easier to do a lot more at that point of time. So yeah, I wanted to bring these to you. But apart from that, also, let me actually take you to the decisions page. Let's discuss a couple more admits before we close this video. Right, so we're going to go on to the resources section. We'll go into decisions, and let's wait for these to load. All right, we can see a couple of decisions over here. I'm just going to quickly log in so that I can check out the decisions. All right, and okay, great. I'm logged in so I can see the CGPA now as well. All right, so a couple of these that we can see off the top are, ones from Stevens, Clemson has been coming out. So all of these are great. And I think some of these, ASU came out with a civil engineering admit with just a 6.36 CGPA and a very nominal GRE score of, 300. So that's a pretty great admit over there as well. There are other admits, of course. You can go ahead, keep checking these out for the most up-to-date data based on your university. But there, at the same time, there are some rejects. Let me check this one out. This seems to be a very different kind of reject, because 8.68 and their GI score is pretty decent. It's not very good, but it's decent. At the same time, the AL score is decent. They have work experience and 2 research papers. They should have definitely gotten into the University of Florida. So that means that the application, somewhere in the application, something went wrong. That's why they did not get the admit over there. All right, because you can see that there are other places, UTD, they got the admit. They got the admit from the University of Alabama, right? And University of Florida is kind of within the same sort of range of giving the admits, right? And there are a couple more. Northeastern University Data Analytics, that's come out. I know UC Berkeley actually came out with their admits recently, and rejects also. And yeah, Purdue has been coming out with a lot of them recently. Last 2 weeks, Purdue has been coming out with a lot of admits. So if you've gotten an admit from Purdue, or if you have applied, you should have heard from them in the last 2 weeks. Otherwise, what it essentially can mean is either the admits for your program are not out, which you can of course check on this page, or you may be waitlisted, in which case, you may have to just wait till April 15th to hear from them again. But Purdue has been pretty much consistent this year. Same sort of admits that they have been giving out last year as well. They're not demanding for too much, but they're still demanding for a decent profile. Like USC is coming out with their admits and rejects last 2 or 3 weeks. USC came out with a lot of these, and a lot of these were admits. Last 2 weeks I saw. Of course, these universities, they usually give out admits early, but it also depends on the time of your application. So if you applied late, then you cannot really expect the admit as soon as possible, so don't worry about it if you haven't heard from the university as of yet. If you applied late, maybe in January, then it's only normal that you haven't heard from the university by this time. It's completely fine, right? There's UW Madison MBA program, great admit over here with a 7.01 CGPA and only 24 months of work experience. Work experience is actually the most important part in MBAs. So if this person has secured it, I would say that's a golden opportunity, right? All right, cool. So I think that what I wanted to show you were the major admits from the person that we work with personally, because those admits, I think they should give you a lot of motivation. But I showed you these as well, just in case you want to check out some for yourselves. And there's more than 5,000 admits and rejects over here on this page, so go ahead, keep checking them out. There's definitely a lot of data that can help. All right, thank you so much for watching, and let me know if there are some admits from some of the top most universities, if you have gotten them, places like CMU, USC, Purdue, places like these. If you have heard from them and you've got admits with profiles which maybe are not even that good enough, then I think that's even more motivational for people. Let me know in the comments down below so that other people can also be motivated with that, and they can go ahead and start their applications as soon as possible. Thank you so much for watching. I'll see you in the next one. Goodbye and take care.